Hey guys, MotorCarNut here, and today I'm making a video on an engine that's misfiring. I'm going to show you how to cut through a lot of the steps. If you're a beginner and you don't have that many tools, you're going to need a couple. Certain times you need certain tools, like a compression test that's cheap, and it can tell you a lot about the mechanical part of an engine. So let's get right into this one. This is a 2010 Volkswagen TSI CC. CC, it doesn't really matter, Tiguan, whatever. The 2.0 turbo engine, and the scan tool's reading a P0301, P0302, sometimes a hide cylinder. I have videos on what a hide cylinder is. That's basically when it's misfiring like over 200 or 300 times a minute. That's too much. It shuts the cylinder down so it doesn't destroy the catalytic converter and things like that. This has that too. Light is blinking. The EPC light is on. All those bad things. Anyway, so what I did with the misfire, it's misfiring on number 1 and number 2. Now you can, if you have nothing, you can take the coils out, right, of number 1 and number 2 and switch them with number 3 and number 4 and see if the misfires jump to the other cylinders. If it does, then you know it's the coils, or if it doesn't, it could be the spark plugs. You can take the spark plugs out and put them in a good cylinder, and if it does move over with the different spark plugs and different coils, then you know it's either the spark plugs or the coils, and you're done. In this case, that's not what it is, and usually when you have low compression on two cylinders right next to each other, that's a sign that something is warped. Or this car, I just got this car in, and when it was idling, obviously it was idling rough, of course, because it's misfiring. And then after a while, I started to see coolant. Okay, so when I see the coolant, I don't know exactly where it's coming from right now. I didn't lift the car up. But if it's any kind of a pipe that's leaking, my guess, the car overheated. All right, they didn't see it in time, and it warped the head. And when it warps the head, you lose compression, especially in two adjoining cylinders. All right, so what I did is I compression tested them. Sure enough, mechanical compression tests showed 0 and 0. And then around 90 and 90, the car's ice cold, that's fine. 90 will start the car right up, no problem. So now what I did is I used another one. All right, now let me just, hold on. Okay, so now this hose doesn't have a check valve in it, but now I'm putting the compressed air in here. Now listen, here's the adjacent hole. You see that? It's leaking right out of there, where these, it's not. So that's telling me that it's building up pressure in the number 1 cylinder and sliding over to the other one, telling me that either the head is warped, the gasket is rotted and broken, and it's sharing the cylinder. Excuse me. It's sharing the cylinder's compression. It's not supposed to do that, so that's why you have no compression. All right. When these valves are closed, now the air is escaping to the other cylinder. 0 compression, and vice versa with this cylinder escaping to that one. No compression. That gives you the misfires. All right. No need to do spark plug unless you don't have this tool. No need to do spark plug changes or jumping around. I like to go right to the compression. And you can even do it easy if you have a scan tool. You can check the relative compression on a scan tool without even touching anything. But most people don't have those scan tools, so that's why I don't do it that way. And this is more accurate. I mean, that's going to tell you. But is it a burnt valve? No, because usually when a valve is burnt, it's usually only one at a time. Not both of them are going to be burnt at the same time. All right, so that's not that. What else? Is it fuel related? Well, now we know it's definitely not fuel related because it has to have compression. All right, so there's no need to diagnose any further. Now we got to take it apart. My guess, coolant leaking. All right, coolant leaking on the floor. Maybe some pipe or some seal broke, and the owner didn't catch it in time, and it overheated the engine. Not necessarily was there smoke coming out anywhere. This car has 50,000 miles on it, 57,000 miles. It looks like it was never touched. It's unfortunate. You know, sometimes they don't smoke, or they did smoke a little bit and he didn't catch it in time and it warped the cylinder head. So now we just got to take it apart And a good thing about it, if you're going to say good thing, is that that timing chain tension is probably original. So I'm going to replace that for him and all the guides and everything. When I fix this engine, this car lasts 250, 300,000 miles with no problems. Replace all the little things like the PCV valve, and all the known things that go wrong with these engines. You know, you don't have to do it in the order of textbook. You got to use some common sense sometimes. Instead of switching all the spark plugs around and everything, first thing do, get your gauge, see if you have compression. If you have at least 80, 90 cylinder compression cold on each cylinder, boom, you know it's not mechanical. That's great. It's not the valve, not the pistons, and that's great. Not the timing. And this car didn't have any timing codes. So, you know, the cam timer can keep keeping valves open. That could be another issue, but not on this one. When I started it up, the timing was on, no codes. So I knew once I saw the coolant leaking, because I didn't see that before. I got it hot enough. The coolant's leaking from somewhere. That's the sign that told me he overheated it and warped the head. All right. So hopefully that'll help a couple of you guys out a little bit faster, then stop doing it by, you know, I mean, if you don't have this gauge, I recommend you get it. It's a lifesaver. You have to have something. If you switch the coils around and spark plugs, that really can't tell you 100%. I mean, you know, if you got low compression or no compression in one cylinder, it's all useless to do all of that stuff. All right. Unfortunately, head has to come off and take a peek at what's going on. But I bet it's warped. Or usually when they warp between 2 and 3, because it's, you know, it's in 1 and 2. So my guess that the cylinder head gasket's probably deteriorated right in the middle, corroded because they don't maintain the coolant or whatever, no, and it blew out. That's my guess. All right, guys, MotorCarNut, please subscribe, hit that like button. Any questions below pertaining to the video, leave them and I'll answer all the questions. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you very much for watching.